What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Josh. Welcome to another episode of 8-Bit Tendies. And today we're doing some more Gala Games content. Now, we already did a video on Spider Tank, Superior, and a bunch of other games. And it is Mayhem, as you can see on my screen here. There are plenty of banners for it up. But today we're going to play Townstar. And I haven't set up a town yet in Townstar, but I brought Mike on the show because he's been playing and he's going to show us how to get started. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah. What's up? Thanks for having me on again.
So, if you guys don't know, Gala Games is the biggest blockchain gaming company on the planet right now, and they make really fun to play blockchain games. All right, these are like big developers that they acquire, and they build out all types of different genre of games. So today we're gonna play Townstar, and so we're gonna go over here to the games section here. And Townstar is a simulation game. What's a similar game, Mike, to
It's like
Townstar?
Farmville.
Right. So Farmville is huge. A lot of people really like that style of game, right? It's just like kind of like a city town builder where you have to micromanage a lot of different things, and you got to produce grain and sugar and a bunch of different things. So what's the goal of the game though? Like what is the end goal that you're trying to do?
So starting out the game, one of the biggest things, and now they actually have a little notification when you first go into one of like to your town plot, is
Uh-huh.
to become self-sustainable. And what I mean by that is be able to create your own gas in game. And I'll break down in further detail why that's important. So obviously when you get started, you're gonna want to go and make a Gala Games account. And once you've made your Gala Games account, then you can jump in and play Townstar. One of the other neat things about this game is there's nothing to download. It's purely web based, so you don't need like an awesome computer. It's a fun, great, good player repeat loop, and you don't need a lot to get moving on it. One of the things I would recommend if you are going to start though is consider getting the Gala Gold membership. It's a one-time fee and it's a lifetime purchase, so you are a Gala Gold member for life once you purchase it. And the reason I say that is because they give you this free perk that's really great, especially for when you're starting out. And I'll explain in more detail once we look at the game to show you exactly what that perk is and why I think it was worth. I think it cost me $50 when I signed up. I know you paid a little more, Josh, but it's a certain amount of Gala coins that it costs to get Gala Gold. So depending on the market right now, super cheap. So it's probably even less expensive than when I bought it.
Right. And you guys could see here, I'm logged into my account, and on the top right, it says gold right under my name. It's a one-time payment, and that gets you some exclusivity, and it gets you first mover advantage on some leaks. So when you join the Gala Games Discord, which they have a channel for each one of these games, and all the developers are in there, you get to talk with everyone who plays the game. If you're a Gala Gold member, you get a access to a secret little channel where all the Gala Gold members get to chat. And like Mike mentioned, as soon as you sign up, you get certain NFT drops. So if I go to my inventory right here, and I go to Townstar, even though I've never played, you can see I have one item. So if I go and I click here, I have a nice little Express
Yeah,
Depot truck.
that's the free truck that you get for getting Gal Gold. Now there are little NFTs and perks they give you, at least one in all the games that they have. So again, remember that $50 goes towards this. It's pretty cool. I definitely think it's crucial for the game. And I'll explain in further detail why. One of the things I did notice though, Josh, is that your Gala power level, you can see that on the top right. So that's really important in the Gala space because you're only allowed to place in game the amount of NFTs according to your Gala power. So you want to at
Mm.
least get that to one so that you can place your Express Depot truck in the game. And I believe, do you have any Gala currently in your inventory, Josh? Because if not, that's probably why.
No, so what I'll do right now is I'll send over some
There you
Gala
go.
into
Perfect.
my inventory because that is perfect. People do not know that. Well, a lot of people don't know that. And so I'll show you guys how to do that right now. So I'm going to run over to
So
my Coinbase account.
perfect. So while Josh is doing that, let me also explain too. That right there is a mechanism that tells you too that for people to sustain their power level in Gala, it requires more actual Gala. So that's another repeat loop for people to constantly be purchasing Gala, especially if they're buying more NFTs to play in the games. You know, that's going to keep the price of Gala up. Obviously, we're in a bear market, so or you know, we're in a very pulled back market. I don't like to get into the bear or bull discussion because people go bananas, but it's you definitely want to have some Gala in there if you want to use your NFTs.
Yes, so right now I am just on my Coinbase account and I already have Gala in my Coinbase and I'm going to withdraw that and send it into my account. As you guys could see, it's as simple as just copying my wallet address and saying, hey, I want to send over this much Gala over to this address.
How much are you
So,
sending to? I'm just curious because all I know
uh,
is I only have like 600 or 700 Gala in mine, and I'm only power level one. But it doesn't matter on the amount of NFTs you have too. So I'm just the only reason I'm saying is because I want you to send enough to at least boost your thing to one.
yeah, I'm gonna send right now about 1,000 Gala. Let's
There
see
you go.
if that's
That'll
enough.
easily do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if that works. Just gotta go over to my authenticator app here and type in all the necessary codes, etc. And that should be in my wallet soon.
Yeah,
So,
once the Ethereum transaction. Oh, and that's the other thing, just so folks know, Gala is working on their Gala chain, which is going to be a feeless transaction that's due to be launched in the near future. So it'll help down the road, so you won't have to be paying Ethereum gas fees, which yes are lower now than they used to be, but it's still a lot.
right. All right. So, let's go over to the games tab and you can see all the different games they have here. A lot of them aren't playable at the moment because either they're in very early alphas, betas, sometimes they release very limited playability on the games just to test things out and then they take them off the game store. But Townstar has been up and running for a long time. Anyone can play, and again, you can run it on your browser. So all we're going to do is just hit the play button here, and that's going to open up Townstar. It
You
says
can
play
push,
to earn now
yeah,
with Town Coin.
yeah, you could push escape if you want, if you still want to see your browser tabs, by the way, just so people
Oh,
know.
right.
You don't have to be locked into that screen.
Yeah. And you know what? Before, let's give it a little time for that Gala to get in my wallet. And I have some details here on Mayhem real quick.
Cool.
So on the bottom of the screen, you'll see it says the first competition server begins on May 3rd, which, that was a week or two ago. We are in the middle of May right now, so a lot of this is already up and running. So every Tuesday ending on May 24th, which each server session offering 500,000 USD and Gala tokens for up to 2,000 people just for playing this game. All right. And then they also have a referral event in the game. So they'll have a special icon that gives you a link. If you invite 10 friends and they join that link, you will get a free NFT. All right. So if you guys are interested in this game after we play and it sounds like something like that you want to play, make sure you sign up for an account and then you also invite some friends and you potentially can win. You can, Gala is giving out a lot of rewards this month and they do it every year. So, it's just a way to, again, play to earn. So let's hit the play button here.
Okay, now this is very, very crucial, where you decide to place your plot. Um, so there's a lot of different game mechanics, and how you decide to build out your town is going to depend on where you want to put it. So if you're going to become someone who's building, steel, that's a later, it's down the hierarchy in the game. You want to be near a mountain. Ideally, personally, I like to be near fresh water with an open channel, so it's going to be kind of hard for you to find one because those are normally the most desirable spots. And if you click on one of those tiles, like where that like fresh water is, it'll say river. If it's
Mm,
sometimes you'll see. some of those that you're like, oh, cool, I found one, but it'll still say ocean on that, even though it's inside. And if it is considered saltwater, which does play into the factor of the game. And I'll explain more once Josh decides to put his plot somewhere.
So
So
I
this
see
part of
that
the
everyone
game,
is close to the water here, and I see that also there's some islands here, but there's not a whole lot of people on these islands.
Okay,
Why is
one
that?
of the other things that really matters in this game is if you notice, click near. Do you see where those little cars are driving to on the
Mm-hmm.
map? Like right
Right
there
here.
near like what is that, Florida or something? I don't even know where you are on the map, but
Yeah.
but do you see how it's going to that little town? That's
Mm-hmm.
actually someone's car driving to make a sale. So the reason why whenever you see those little towns, that's a major city, and that's how far, and that will dictate how long the sell of your goods takes to return to you with your cash. So
Ah.
and the reason why I like to be near an open port is because later, do you see those like big tugboats that are going?
Yeah.
They hold a lot more. They hold like 100 items for sale. So if you get like a real industrious farm, they can sell up to 100, but they have to be near an open channel, which is able to get to one of the actual main cities. And that also goes for if you place it around a mountain. If you're locked, it's going to take, or if you're far away from one of those cities, the farther you are from a city, the longer the timer is for when your guy returns with money for you. So that's why you'll see clusters of folks gathered around areas, because either there's a major city or there's a waterway or et cetera, et cetera.
Ah, that is very interesting. Okay, so let me see if I could find anything interesting around. I'm sure that all the freshwater spots are taken.
Potentially, like see up there on the top in that restaurant section, click on some of those spots and you can see immediately whether or not those see. Okay, so river, so that's freshwater, but do you see how
Mm,
it's not connected to like the
yeah.
sea? So you won't be able to do the tugboat thing, but you'll still be able to have water, and that's really still important. I would take that spot right there, Josh, where it's
This
regular
one?
water. No, 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 over
Oh,
to the left on the one you were on initially when you first came over to this area. Up,
I already forgot.
that one actually, it's go over like 3 tiles and down like 3 tiles over to the
Right here?
left.
To
No,
the
no,
left?
no. Well,
The
if
left.
those are fresh water, that will still help you.
This one?
Okay, yeah, yeah. So right next to that, yeah, you can plot your guy there. That it's still going to help you because you have access to fresh water, and I'll show you why that matters. So go ahead and
All right.
push yes, name your town, and then we'll
We'll
get
call it
moving.
Tendy Town. Okay.
Okay, so this is going to load. This is your town. Now, if you scroll your mouse wheel back, like you'll be able to see your whole town or whatever. But remember that if you anywhere, so if you can see kind of the main square that you're on, that's your plot, right? And you have access to fresh water near you. That's important. I'll explain why in a second. But you're only able to build in the area that's basically in that plot square. So if you go right next to where that road is that leads away from you. Yeah. Click right next to it. No. Yeah, see how that's not clickable? That's because that's not in your plot. So come back to the very where it starts in your plot. Yeah, on the actual concrete. Go on the concrete, and that's where your guy sells. So now watch. This is what's important, and this is why I like having the Gala Gold. So hit sell for me right now.
Sell.
Yeah. So these are the items that you have currently. You have 12 wheat, you have 9 wood, and you have 40 gas. This is why the first goal of this game is to get to be sustainable. Now, I don't know if you want to check on, open another tab in your browser and see if you got your Gala power level up, because then we can place your NFT.
Oh, right. I'll open up on a tab you guys can't see at the moment.
See if that Gala arrived yet.
Yeah, if you guys want to. Okay, so I got my Gala power up.
Does it say level 1 now?
You know what? Hold on. Let me do this for you guys so you guys can see. Whoops, not Gala Gold.
Just Gala Games. There you go.
Gala Games. All right, so we're here, Gala Games, and now.
Cool. So now it's at 1. Cool. So click that. Yeah. All right. Now you can go back to your town starter tab. And then now take note of this, Josh. You see on the top, the closest town to you is Toronto. See how it says it's going to take 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get complete a sale. And notice it costs you 2 gas. So you only start with 40. Do you Do you understand? So this is why it's imperative, and I'm going to show you how that's going to get depleted too. So click out of this, click the X on the top, right?
X. Okay.
Yeah, and then now go down to the little icon that's covered by your video screen in our thing, and it shows like a little it shows like a little Gala icon.
Gala icon on the
bottom right
right?
of your screen. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have anything. Hold on, I'll full screen this.
Oh, okay. So hit F5 on the game. It's probably because your power level just went up. So just reload the game.
Oh, refresh?
Yeah, just hit F5 or refresh. And then once you get back in, it should appear.
Right, yeah, okay. I see. Interesting. So now I should be able to drop in my NFT.
Seamlessly, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys have NFTs on Gala,
oh, I know
you
why
can't
it
just
didn't show up.
drop
Sorry
them all
that.
in. Why?
Yes, it's because you have to be clicked on a tile that is actual placeable. That's why. But that's okay. It could also have been from the Gala power level, but that's all right. Only take a few more seconds to load.
Now, what about servers? Because I see it says change server. So
ideally, you could change server, but it will default you to the lowest population one, and that's strictly really all you're doing is you're trying to be. The lower the population, the more of those like ideal spots are open, right? So if a new server pops up and maybe you want to get like a prime spot, and remember it refreshes every 7 days.
Okay, perfect. Let me see. I'm stuck on 60 here, so let's exit this just in case.
Yeah, relaunch it from there. Yeah.
I'll relaunch it from here. And once we're loaded up, 60 again.
Yeah, but see, there it goes.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
That is actually a thing, by the way, that they'll tell you to do in the Discord. They'll say if it's not loading, relaunch it to the actual link. Okay, so do me a favor, Josh. Click on your little truck, and then the spot right next to it that's green. Yeah. Now you see the little icon on the bottom right?
Yep, Gala.
So click that, and now click place. Now wait, really quick before you click. Oh, that's okay. You can go back to it. Go. Okay. Just. You already placed it. So hit return on the bottom right, or I mean on the middle of the bottom. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, push OK. Because he places for free. So this is literally telling you that you want to get to gasoline production. So click that button again, the placement icon. And notice on your this is some important information. So on the Express Depot, the guy, right? He costs $20 per minute. And I'm going to show you something in just a second so you know how to calculate that. But notice how it says you earn 1 town coin for having that NFT on the board. So specific NFTs, depending on their rarity, whether they're uncommon, common, rare, whatever, legendary, however the system is, the better that the higher that the commonality of the NFT you have, the more town coin you're going to get for completing your daily every day. So this is why you do not have to compete necessarily to win any money in Gala. You just have to complete your daily, and I'll show you what that means in a second. So go ahead and hit place now.
Okay.
Now you have him down. So you got to remember that's costing you now $20 a minute. Notice underneath your actual icon for yourself, it says 70. So you see the little white little ticker thing right next to it? Every minute it's deducting $70 from your balance. So that's why you got to start making money. Now you don't have to super rush to this, but the quickest thing you need to do is okay, so let's see. Right now you have 18 wheat. So let's now go to your truck and hit sell on the good truck, the fire truck. Yeah, the fire on it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. So hit sell on there. Now look at this is going to be different now. So check it out. This is why this NFT is dope. So look at it only takes 2 minutes now. So it's faster and it only costs you 1 gas. That's why that NFT is crucial for this game. So that's why I paid the money, because it's crucial. Getting the gas production is the first big hurdle in this game to be self-sustainable. Because notice, Josh, now I want you to click the top one that says sell on the top right, because you're on your selected wheat. So you're going to sell that right now. Go ahead. And then it's going to plan the route. It's going to go into the truck. And then you see the timer underneath the stars on the top right. It's going to, in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, he's going to return with that cash amount. And that's going to add to your balance.
With $3,000.
Yes. So the idea of this game is to not deplete the amount of gas that you have when you start right out of the gate, to make sure that you're self-sustainable. Because if you run out of gas, game's over. You're as far as you can't do anything and you're gonna bankrupt yourself. The only way to get it back is you have to start destroying stuff. Now, one of the things that a lot of people use in this game early, now the fact that you have fresh water on the side. Now I want you to move your cursor over so we can get closer to the right side. Now this is an important thing, and there's some guides on this online that you guys can look up. But click on a spot that's closest to the fresh water on you.
Like right here?
No, to the right,
closest
to the big fresh water on the far right.
Oh, on the far right.
Yeah, right there. Perfect. Okay. So from that tile, right, and moving to the left, that spot will supply passively 5 water to that spot. Now, if you go to the left one tile where the tree is, it's going to supply 4, and then to the left again, it'll be supplying 3, and then 1 to the far left. Yes. So being next to that fresh water is a leg up because it's supplying a passive water to something that requires water, right? One of the things I like to do when I start this game is just doing a sugar rush, which is sugar cane. Now we can go to build that, Josh. So go down to the bottom right and go to like actually click on one of the spot that you first started on.
Over here on the right?
Yep. That's great. 6, 7, yeah, okay. Click on the bottom right underneath the NFT icon.
The store or the store icon?
The store, okay. Yeah. Now scroll down to where you find sugar cane.
Sugar cane. Let's see. Okay, sugar cane fields.
Yep. So drop that. It's going to cost 250, and that's a one-off. That doesn't require anything. Now, notice when this is done, it's going to go ahead and click on it now, and it'll build it. Oh, that's one of the things too. Once you click on it, if it's something that has passive money, like you can build something and just let it hang on that check mark until you're ready. Because if it's like a farm, or a worker or something, that's when it's going to start deducting money from you. That's when that, you know what I'm saying? So some people will build it, and then when they're ready, they'll activate them. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a tactic.
Right.
So now, do you see how...
truck's back.
Yeah, so go ahead and click on that. And this is important. Now, once you click, just click anywhere. Or click on this. There you go. So now it just gave you stars. And look on the top right or above the little cowgirl's icon, how there's like a little bit of yellow. No. Right on her picture, on her portrait.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there you go. So you just sold a really low level item, so it only gave you a little bit. But once you start actually selling sugar, not only is it going to give you substantial amount, but it only takes 3 sugar sales to complete that ring. So literally, once you're able to start making sugar, you can literally just log in this game once a day, do 3 cells. It'll take you like 10 minutes, and you can log off and be done. But now you're going to get 1 town coin every single day for completing that daily. And if you had more NFTs, like let's say you had a sugarcane silo uncommon, that could give you like 20 town coin. And if your power level's 2, you have both the truck and you place that, and then it's gonna give you more town coins. Click on the little cowgirl's icon on her little box, and this will show you. See, so it says you have 22 hours to complete this daily. Super easy. And once you earn 500 stars, you will earn 1 town coin. The reason why it's 1 town coin right now is because all you have is your truck NFT. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
So if you didn't have that truck NFT producing 1 town coin, you would get no town coin. So the game would still be free to play, but you're not earning anything. So that's the other thing, and why it makes sense to buy Gala Gold right out of the gate, so that you can start actually earning one of the crypto coins right out of the hole without having to buy a $1,000 silo NFT.
That's pretty cool how they did that. That's interesting.
It's very cool, but it's also like, so that's how people are afraid of play to win games, but it's more like, and don't get me wrong, the guys with a lot of NFTs and high Gala power, they're gonna beat you on the leaderboard, but you can still earn along the way. You can play competitively or just play lackadaisically.
Yeah, you can just play the game and
enjoy
it.
Fun.
Yeah.
So now you'll notice your one farmer dude, he's going to walk out to that sugarcane field and he's going to pick that. Now, normally that wouldn't start growing unless there was, like, let's say you just put it in like the middle of your field somewhere. That sugarcane requires 7 water sources to start the growing process. Click on the sugarcane again, the field. Notice, see, it's automatic because you are next to enough water. And that's why it's imperative to have that passive water supply. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, here's one of the things you got to know, too, about other things in the game that they don't really explain very easily right out of the gate. So since you're next to that little tiny marsh right there, right?
Yeah.
Anything touching that marsh is also getting 1 extra water. Now, since the tip of your farm is touching that actual pool right next to it to the left, right, next to the sugarcane field, that's providing 2 water to everything that's touching it. Now, it will also provide 1 water to 1 space beyond it, but that's why you have to know where you're putting these things. So, like, if you put a sugarcane just in the middle of your anywhere, like let's say the middle of a field, not touching any water or next to any water source, the little farmer would have to walk to. Do you see the little pool right next to that little store? See the red little store with a striped roof? Yeah. Now go 1 tile over that. No, not that pool. The other one.
This one.
Yeah. So if you just place that anywhere, the farmer would have to walk to there, get a bucket of water, walk it over to the sugar cane, dump it, walk back 7 times for it to start growing. But since you place it in an optimal spot, it's going to grow automatically. So you don't have to worry about supplying it with water because you have water sources near you, which is why it's so imperative to get the right position. Does that make sense?
So this is kind of similar to, this reminds me of Minecraft, because Minecraft is literally the same thing when you're next to a water source. So if you want certain plants to grow, you need to have them a certain amount of blocks next to a water source. It's actually pretty much almost the exact same thing. So I really understand this concept of like putting things next to
one of
water.
the things I kind of wish they would do with Gala, and maybe it's in their future, I don't know, but I wish when you clicked on like a water source, it showed like a transparent distance of like how much it gives and how close. That's what I wish they would do, just to make it easier for new players. But you kind of have to read up on that stuff to figure it out. But so anyway, so like go 1 square down from where your guys right now, just on the grass.
Right here?
No, we're next to that pool, next to the one that the well. Yeah. So right there, since only the tip is touching the other deeper pool next to it, the well does not provide any water surrounding it. But since that one would be touching that square, it's being provided 2 passive water just from that well, and then 1 from the marsh. So that spot right there where you're on will get 3 passive water, because there's you're 1 square from the marsh. Marsh only provides 1 as long as it's next to it, and then 2 from from the tip touching that the actual deep pool. Does that make sense?
Okay, so marsh, 1 water,
1 all surrounding it, and only 1 tile around it. So if you're 1 more tile away from it, it's not going to provide squat.
And then natural pool 2.
Yep.
And then, but it's only 1 around it, or same as a marsh?
So like if you go one more square to the right from where you are, so you would not get the 1 from the marsh there because you're too far, but you would still get 1 provided from the pool. So but it goes down to 1 water and not 2. So the closer you are, the better to the water. But that's why there's a lot of foliage and crap in the way that sometimes you have to destroy, and it costs money to destroy stuff. So like click on, let's say you're trying to build it out, like click on one of those trees, any of the trees. See, it costs you $20,000 to remove a tree. Yeah, so it's expensive, right? So we got to get you to start producing. So I want you to lay down, I want you to try and do this now, since you kind of have the concept of the water and where it's touching, right? I want you to choose 2 more spots to place 2 more sugarcane fields, and then so that they're passively growing, and the farmer only has to be picking it and not watering it.
Okay. I mean, I'll just place them right next to these.
Well, so remember, that spot right there is getting 5 because you're right next to the big river on your right. And then you're getting only 1 from the tip of the top one. So you're getting 1 from the tip. So I need
7.
Yeah, correct. So 5, 6. That one may actually work. I'm not sure, because you got the 2 tips of that little L deep pool next to you.
So this right here, I would get 5, and then
6, and then 7. That would be enough. Yep, that's a good spot. So you can put another sugarcane field there. But the other thing you're trying to manage in this game too is you're trying to remember that. So it's kind of like, this is kind of far from your little main hub, right? Remember, the farmer has to walk his fat ass down there. So
yeah, so that's also part of it,
right? And so that's the other reason why you'll want to start building paths so that they walk. So notice how much faster the farmer will walk. Watch when he goes to go pick the sugarcane, how much he slows down. Did you see the difference between the speed of his movement when he was on the path? It's a lot quicker, and that increases your efficiency. See, so now click on the sugarcane. That one's not close enough for whatever reason. Click
It
on it.
said 7 out of 8 water for some reason.
Oh, so it uses 8. That's my bad. So I was wrong. I thought it was 7. That's on me.
Oh,
That's
I see.
so it
So
requires
it means
8.
he's gonna have to add 1 water from the well.
Right. So you're gonna destroy that because that's not. You just blow it up. Put remove on the. Yep. And now try and find a spot that's gonna get 8. So probably if you go down 1 and over 1, that'll be plenty.
Down and over 1 here.
Yeah, probably. Or you can actually go up above that marsh so that it keeps it closer to the guy. So remember, he has to retrieve it.
So right here.
So right there, you're getting 4 from the big water, 2 from the little well or the deep well that's closest, 1 from the marsh. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're getting another 2 from the other. So if go to that little L of the deep pool right there. So right there, you're getting 2 on that square. Now go over 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, to the left.
To the left, right here.
Yeah, that's providing 1, and then over 1 more, or up 1. Up there you go. That one's providing 1 as well. And the marsh is providing 1. You're getting 4 from the water. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's and notice. So now it's building automatically. Do you see what I'm saying? Or now it's producing cane automatically. So you guys are going to start picking sugar cane. So your first cell that you're going to try and start going for is you want to get 10 of those sugars. So to increase your production, go ahead and pick anywhere that's connected to some road.
Some road?
And you can place down road if you need to. You don't have to, but you can place down some road if you want to, like.
So this right here would be fine?
That would be fine, yeah. And then you're going to build a regular farmer.
Regular farmer.
So a farmhouse right there.
Oh, farmhouse. So this will build another dude.
Yes, but remember, that's going to be sucking away $10 a minute now, too. So this is why you have to got to start ramping up and getting moving.
Why does it say 0?
So notice, yeah. So go near that little like propane tank looking thing, right next to it. It. Yeah, that's the worker hut. So you have one of her working right now. She only costs 20 a minute, but she goes to the wood store right next to that on the right, and she puts it in, and then it starts building, depending on how much wood is required.
So she was always there. She only works
when you're building something.
Oh, okay.
So now you can click that. Now that starts, and now you got another farmer going. So he's probably going to go to the other sugarcane. Destroy those 2 wheat fields for me, because you don't want them picking that. That's not going to be your crop that we're selling.
So we want to destroy this.
Yeah, just click remove.
Because they would just automatically start picking.
And you can't tell them. You know what I mean? That's one of the other things that is something you have to manage in this game. So if they're being idiots doing something, you have to like destroy whatever the issue is that's stopping them from doing what you want them to do. Does that make sense? Okay, so now you got your guys. They're going to just pick up sugar right now. I want you to place another sugarcane field and probably 1 more farmer. You normally need about a farmer per cane field.
Okay.
Try and keep it closer to the other 2 if you can. So like right where that one farmer's walking is probably a good spot. Go down like 4 tiles.
Where like
go up 1, and then to the right 1. Right there. So that's getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4. Okay.
And it's actually getting 9. So that's
they definitely need some sort of
like grid, right, to show you.
Yeah, like some sort of grid to show you.
Yeah,
because I would never have figured that out.
I had to learn that, and I had to learn it, and I had to find the website that showed it showed it like I was saying, but they could easily implement that. That shouldn't be too hard. You know what I mean? Showing like a radius grid of what it's reaching.
Yeah, because that's not very beginner friendly. But you know what? I mean, Minecraft has things like that as well. Like you would never know that you could even go to another dimension in Minecraft if like someone didn't tell you on Reddit or something.
There you go. Okay, so now you got 3 that are producing. You may want to do 1 more farmer. It's up to you. Yeah, I'd probably do 1 more. Yeah, like I said, you normally want 1 per.
Do a farmer here.
Go to. And then go to your truck. Destroy the green truck. You won't use it.
Okay.
And that's going to give you some money back too. That's the other thing that helps the NFT. So right there, starting every game, you have $1,000, $1,200 bonus that you wouldn't normally have if you didn't have that NFT. Now go to your trucker, and I want to sell 10 of those wheat. 10 more.
I go to the truck.
Yeah, go to the truck. Go to sell. Sell 10 more wheat. Make sure you're selected on wheat. Okay, you are. And then click sell. Yeah, with the 1 gas. And then once you do that, I want you to go to your storehouse the big red dong looking thing.
The dong house.
Yeah, and then go to flush and hit it quickly before your worker gets there. And yes, so that's gonna flush out the excess wheat because you're not gonna be farming wheat with this build.
Okay, so if he would have came back, wheat would have automatically
so
went into the truck.
No, that's your storehouse for the stuff they're picking. But since there was 8 residual, you can't sell just 8. You have to sell stuff in increments of 10. So that's why we flushed it. And you only had 2 in there for the sugar, so they're gonna replace it quickly.
Yeah, that's good to know as well.
Okay, so click on the.
Oh, I gotta build this.
Yeah, go ahead, and then click on the red storage silo again.
Okay.
And notice right above it when you mouse over, it says you have 2 sugar cane, right? And it only stores 20, but that 20 storage should be enough for quite a bit. You'd be surprised. Like as long as you're using your resources, you shouldn't need, like some people will build like multiple of those. You don't need that until later on, in my opinion, as long as you're, being efficient with what is coming in and out.
Okay. So each one that they grab is 1. So that now I'll have 3 once he dumps that.
Correct. And now you'll see on your timer, you get about 1 minute and 11 seconds before your money comes back.
All right, and the truck can take 10, right? Okay, so once I have 10 in there, truck can take 10 of those.
And you're going to notice too, now that you're starting to get that, click on the truck spot again. He's gone already right now. I'm not sure if you can look at this right now while he's gone, but no, you can't. Okay, so just wait. Once he returns, I want you to click on that and you're going to look, and the more complex whatever it is in your town that you're selling, the more cash you're going to get. And the cash is kind of the buffer that keeps you from going broke. And you want to increase what you're selling, because if you used all 40 gas to just sell wheat, you're not getting anywhere, because you won't have enough money to keep up with the sustaining the town itself that's getting eaten every minute. And so you need to like jump up to the next thing. So your first goal in a sugar rush build is you're going to be trying to get to make sugar. And once you're making sugar, that's going to sell for like, I think it's 29,500 per 10. So it's a lot more. And you want to increase the amount of that so that you can obviously keep continuing building your town. And you need to get to that quick so that you can start making gas before you run out of, selling it to the market.
Okay, so all right, he's back. Just got that. So okay, for the gas, you can either make gas eventually, or you can. Oh, you can't buy it.
No.
Okay.
There is an NFT that they have where a plane comes by like every so many minutes and drops gas for free, but it's expensive. It's probably not a beginner thing, but yeah, that's why, is because it really pulls the first kind of gut check out of the game.
Very interesting.
You won't ever go broke as long as gas is still flying in. You just wait, you just gotta be patient.
Okay. Second question. So this town that I'm building now, this is now something that I just want to keep running perpetually. Like this isn't like I run this town for a day and then I start over.
It's every 7 days. Every 7 days the plot's all reset. So
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Once you get to a sustainability level, you only have to come on the game for like 10 minutes and make 3 cells, and you get your daily, and you don't even have to play anymore. So
does the plot turn to like where the grass and everything is and your buildings, that all resets and
yeah, it'll come back to exactly the way you first started, and that starting position will look a little bit different depending on what you select. So you selected plains, that's why you got this layout. So you got this layout, and so if you selected a mountain, or if you selected like a prairie or something, it would be a different starting. You wouldn't have like the amount of water that you have.
Okay, and then the other thing, does this affect any other town around me? Because I saw a bunch of people around me, right? So is there any type of like interconnection between other players?
No, not that I'm aware of. Maybe there is, and I just don't know about it, but I've been playing for quite a bit of time. I've never interacted with another player like that.
Okay.
Now this is something you can do when you, like, because again, you selected a smart plot, right? You're next to some fresh water. Now remember, if you're near the ocean, that actually would hinder with the same 5 tile rule, it would hinder. So click on your sugarcane, the one that's, any one of them. So when that gets picked, it shows you a timer, right? And it's green. When that timer's green, that means that's the fastest that can be produced. And that's going to be affected later from either if you have industrial stuff next to it, your stuff doesn't grow as fast. That timer will go from green to orange to red. And that actually increases the amount of time it takes for that sugar to be produced. So right now it's as fast as possible because there's nothing around it that's bad for it. And that will play into the game with other factors too. Like if you make a windmill and you build the windmill right next to one of your farmhouses, that windmill can't spin as fast because it's hindered by stuff next to it. So the same kind of tile thing exists, and you got to be strategic in where you're placing stuff.
So you really got to know how all these different pieces function so that you understand how to properly micromanage.
Exactly. And you get the hang of it once you know kind of those few base rules of just radiuses and what's affected. And you can always tell too, like let's say you don't know all those rules. If you put a windmill right next to the house, right? And started to produce sugar, and it shows that timer, like click on go near one of your sugarcane farms, and I want to tell you the timer I'm talking about so we can see it. Right after that farmer picks whatever he's going to, just have your mouse on the one he's going to be on. Click on it. See how it's green? That's how you know it's on the fastest producing. So it will change. See how there's the 3 levels on that little like kind of fucking tachometer? It will change those levels, and that's how you know something is hindering the production. So if you built like a oil refinery, which you'll need to get to gas, right next to those, it would not be producing the sugarcane nearly as fast because that's pollution that would be affecting your crop.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Here's one of the things I want to show you for like, again, because you picked a good plot, you can do this and it gives you a little leg up. So go to the deep pond that's on the far left of your square or your big plot.
This one?
Where I don't know where. Yeah. So click on like just the top square of that little S.
Oops. Oh my god. I need like my mouse just scrolls all the way. All right, so up here or up here?
No, go down on the water, on the actual water.
Yeah. Oh, at the top.
So there you go. Hit remove, and so you won't need that because you got plenty of water near you, and those never run out. But that gives you an extra $2,500. So that's another good tactic to get a quick start. You see what I'm saying? Because you have the 5 all against that entire right wall. You're not going to need as now. There are other plots where you're not near any water, so you'll need that water. So don't destroy it if you're going to need it to make your sugar rush, farm. See what I'm saying? But because you have that big fresh water next to you, you always know that all along that thing it's producing 5. So you won't need all those others, and that's going to give you a little extra cash to get moving quicker.
So, is there anything in the game which allows you to build more water ponds? Like dig out ponds?
Yes, absolutely. So go hit the little store and go to terrain. Go to terrain. Yep. And you can build one, but notice it says 10 buckets of water. So that means the little dude, the farmer guy, has to go and dump and then go back and refill and dump and go back and refill 10 fucking times. So it can take a while to build one out. That's why you want to be certain when you destroy one of those to get the cash, because if you mess up, it's gonna take some time to recover that spot if you need it.
I see. Interesting.
And remember, you're fighting the clock kind of because every minute it's sucking whatever your cumulative upkeep fee is, which right now you're only at 70, so that's super low. And if you just want to see how much minutes that means you have, just take your amount, 29,529 divided by 70. You have 421 minutes before you run out of money. That's a long ass time. I always try and like to keep a buffer of like 20 minutes so that I make sure that if I'm not paying attention to something, I don't lose kind of all my progress because I screwed myself up. That's also why destroying one of those waters can help. Maybe you did forget or weren't paying attention or something, and you only have like 1 minute left. Destroy one of those ponds to keep your farm going for X amount of time. See what I'm saying?
Right. So if you run out of cash, basically
your guys stop working. They go back into their homes, and you have to start destroying things
because they're not getting paid.
Right. But remember, if you destroy a farmer, that also lowers your cumulative amount that you owe every minute. You see what I'm saying? So you can kind of recover, but it's not fun. You don't want to start going down that road.
Right. So the game, the name
So
of the game is
you have
efficiency.
20 right now, Josh. Click on your truck, click sell, and click sugar.
Oh,
Because see how they just going poof once they get to the road.
Shit,
It's because you don't have any more storage room for them. So
all right, so I could sell this.
There you go, and you're gonna sell 4,000, or for $4,000. So now this is what I mean. How you're starting to ramp up your production rather than just selling basic wheat. That's an actual crop, so it's gonna retrieve more money. So now, click on the. Let's see. Go to the very corner on the left side of your big box.
Like you mean around here?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to figure the best place to place a windmill for you, so we can start there. Let's see. Go where the road and the pond meet.
Where the road and the pond meet, right here somewhere.
Yeah. Yes. And then hold on 1 second. I'm gonna count this out. Go 2 or 3 spaces to the left.
2, 3.
Yeah, right there. So right there is where we're going to place your first windmill. So go ahead and just create on those blank tiles, create 2 more road terrains to connect that, so it's connected.
So these 2 right here?
Yep, that's right.
All right, so I go here, I go to terrain, I go dirt road.
Yep. There you go. And then do it on the next one too. You don't have to wait.
Oh, I have
you can just place them all. But
okay.
Yeah, and then you just turn them on. Yep, they cost $1,000. So click that, and there you go. Now it's connected. And remember, to build most of the structures, you got to be connected to some kind of road. So at the end, on the next left tile, I want you to go to build, and you're going to build. Actually, we're going to hold off on the windmill for a second because you need to make a lumberjack thing next. Sorry, I totally spaced. I was looking at mine. So pick any spot that's connected, but we don't want to go near that where you made, because the windmill will be hindered by. No, go build one right next to that propane tank in that blank spot. Yeah, that's fine. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm kind of mapping this out in my head where you're going to end up putting your windmills, and I don't want you to have houses near the windmills because it slows down how fast. Once they get the required ingredients they need, then it takes like 2 minutes for the windmill to spin and make the sugar.
Okay. So what am I building?
Go to farm and and you're gonna go to lumberjack. Now notice they take $30 a minute too, so that's why you don't want to go all like just build happy on everything if you can't support it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to be paying a lot more.
Correct. Now you're paying $100 a minute. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now he's gonna go and he's gonna start grabbing trees like that and bringing it to the wood store. The wood store is gonna fill up real quick, but just because that tree's chopped down does not mean it's still there. Like if you click on that chopped down tree. See, in 11 minutes is how long that takes to respond. Yes. But you can also, like, let's say you end up in a map that doesn't have trees or not enough to sustain you. You can make a tree farm that requires, I think, 6 or 7 water passively, and it will just keep spouting trees like every minute, like almost nearly as fast as your sugar can. So if you don't have enough trees, or if you've removed them all off the map, because later in the game, all this crap, these rocks, the trees, they're going to all be removed just for the sake of efficiency.
So should I just sell this wood right now then?
No, don't sell the wood. You're going to need it. But I would actually create one more wood store, because it's already, the wood store only stores 10. See how it has a little exclamation? That means it's full.
Like so here?
It's got to be connected to a road.
Here, I guess.
That could work. Wait. Let me just map this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. So I need another.
Yeah, it's in farm. Just keep scrolling down till you see not the lumber shack. That's a different one. Once you actually start cutting
woodshed.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. 5,000. Okay, you got 20 sugars. Sell another 10 sugar, because now it's just going poof again. Watch when your farmers get to the road.
Yeah, it's just gonna.
Yeah. You heard it. That's the noise. Yeah. When you're hearing that noise, some of your resources they're just going to waste. So figure out what it is and address it.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah, this is a lot of micromanaging, but that's fun because it's
but
just a lot of
that's
strategy.
What I'm saying. It's a lot of strategy, and you're problem solving constantly.
Right.
So now that he's got more wood and places to go, now you know you're gonna have a pretty good cachet. You can stick with one for quite some time. Now when that truck gets back, we're gonna see how much money you have, and then we're gonna probably build your first windmill.
Okay, Perfect. All right. And so I'm guessing so for Mayhem they're doing competition. So the competitions I'm guessing is based on the amount of people on the server, right?
Yeah, you can
So
actually click on that top on the top right where it shows that star. Click on that. That shows the leaderboard and where you're at. So you're way, like, obviously you just started. You're way low, but go to the top 10 button. These guys are like 15 million stars.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So they get in, and again, remember, they have probably a lot of NFTs, so their production is already faster than yours, just right out of the hole. But they've gotten to the highest level of efficiency. So
that's interesting. So basically, so I guess that's how that works. So for every server, I guess they pick out a certain amount of the top ranking people, and that's who's eligible to win.
That's why cool. Also, if you want to try and play competitively, you have to be on the ball when the server resets. If you get a late start, you're never gonna make it.
Now, when does it reset? It resets the same day, same time every week? I believe
so, yeah. Yep. And if you click X, you can see the timer. I think there's 2 days right now. Yeah, see 2 days left up on the top.
Oh, okay.
So once that goes, your farm goes, the entire world map gets wiped.
So what, Monday? Today, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday.
Yep.
Interesting. So yeah, on the Mondays, you go to work, ladies and gentlemen. You go and you start building your farms here. That's pretty cool, honestly. I like how they set this up. This is
it's pretty fun. I'm telling you. So now that once your car gets back in 8 seconds, take the money. I want to see how much money you're gonna have, because I think you're gonna get $4,000 again.
Right. Okay, he's coming back here. I can select.
Okay, yeah, you got enough. So go to right at the end of that path. Yeah, right there.
Here.
Yep. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Actually, that may be hindered. You may have to go one more spot because of that farmhouse that's up there. Because it's 3 for it to affect. 3 up and 1 over.
1. Okay, I see.
3 up and 1. So build one more terrain.
Oh, yeah, I gotta build a road.
Yeah, terrain.
Okay. Whoops.
Right on the bottom.
Exit.
No, you had it. It could have been. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't have it selected.
Yep.
Terrain, dirt road.
Yep. Build that real quick, and then on the left side of that tile, build your first windmill.
All right, so here we're gonna build a windmill, and it's under what, farm?
Yep. Scroll down. It's gonna be a little ways on the right. There you go, windmill. So notice, cost 7,500. Not that one, Josh. Other one. That's not.
That's a wind pump. This is a windmill.
There you go.
And there's a guy that operates it.
Yep. So you gotta pay him $50 a minute. So that's 0.5 of your cost right now. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, don't build ahead of your britches. You need to have enough money to sustain while you're getting stuff moving. And see, he's going to make flour, sugar, or salt. If you are ever on a map that's close to the ocean, that 5 things will provide brine. Like there's a brine farm in your farm button that you can build. And if you're close to ocean, you can build a brine farm. Brine will make salt.
Oh, okay. I see. Interesting.
So so that guy's gonna go build that, and then once he does, that's the other thing on these actionable buildings like that one. Once it's built, make sure you tell it to craft. Remember, you're paying for it as long as it's around, but if you don't tell it to craft what you want to be making, it's never gonna start. People make that mistake all the time. Or let's say down the road when you get to like power plants and stuff, once you start making gas and stuff, you have to have enough oil and you have to have enough electricity. So if you don't have those two, you're going to have to tell it to stop so that it's not just like burning resources. And you'll see what I mean later.
Interesting.
So this is why I was saying you may want to end up editing this video to speed it up, because once you're playing through this, this will take a little bit of time for that to get completed, and then
but I think that's good, because what we did right now was essentially a really good in-depth like beginner getting started guide here, because like that's what people need to know essentially, is like how do you the basics, the fundamentals of how the game works. And I see I got exclamation marks here, so that just means my stuff is full.
Yeah, it's full. So you can sell another sugar cane if you want. Just You want to be ready to make gas. You want to give yourself like maybe you should maybe have 3 gas left by the time you're like at that point. If at 3 gas you're not ready to make gas, your farm's gonna fail. So like
Okay.
that's when the clock really starts ticking once your gas starts going down. You're making good time right now.
Right. Interesting. All right, so this is what we'll do. We're 54 minutes in. I'll continue building out my farm after this, but for the sake of time in the video, we'll start wrapping it up here. But I think with what we did, anybody could start the game now and
Right.
get
And you
have a really good understanding.
and keep in mind too, there's plenty of videos on YouTube for different builds. I just like the sugar cane build because it's really hands off. Like Josh's guys don't have to go and water it; it just grows on its own. They pick it, done, right? And once, like I said, once his mill's complete and it's able to make sugar for it to get started, the lumberjack, which is at some point you're gonna make in a second one, they'll start since your wood things are full, they'll bring the wood directly to the windmill because it takes 2 wood, and then they'll need the little guy that lives in the windmill will run out and to your silo and collect one of the sugarcane bundles, and it takes 6 sugarcane bundles for him to start working. So at that point, he's gonna you'll have made your first sugar, and once you have your first sugar, once you have 10 of them, you'll be able to sell them, and you bump yourself from then making 4,000 to 29,000 each time you sell. And I don't know if you've noticed, just from Josh, once you get to the production of sugar, like I had mentioned, again, remember you want to get to gas as fast as possible. But if you're playing this game, once you get gas set up, if that's all you want to do, and you just want to log into the game once a day, it takes 3 sugar sales of 10 sugar each, right, to complete the daily ring around the farmer girl's head. So if you just want to collect your 1 town coin by the time you have gas, so you know your farm's sustainable, 3 sugar sales is all it takes to close that whole ring of stars.
That's good to know. That's
so yeah,
interesting.
like so basically, if on Monday, or if you don't want to be competitive, that's fine too. But on whatever day you start your farm, it's going to take you a little longer to get to fuel production so that you know it'll be fine and sustainable. So that, and notice too, Josh, if you click like onto a different tab, it completely pauses the game.
You mean like if I go on a different tab for my browser, it'll pause?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna ask too. So like when I leave the game, everything is paused.
Yes, but that's also so you can use that to your advantage though too, because let's say you're saving up to do something, whether it's gas or whether it's oil or whatever it is, it takes quite a bit of money, and by that point you have a lot more going out too. So there may be some large lulls in between when you can do your next step. So you may just want to leave it running on a tab, right? But you have to be your monitor has to be on that tab. So I like to do it with 2 monitors. So I have if I want to let it go and I don't want to pause the game, but I just want them to keep working, as long as that on that monitor, it's on the front screen, they'll keep working. See what I'm saying?
I see now why people were using scripts and whatnot.
Yes,
because
and
it would just automatically.
Exactly. So there are scripts available for this game. The only caveat I would tell you is if you do get into scripts, make sure they're from reputable sources. If you pick up a bad script, a script is literally just, command prompts telling things what to do. Someone could easily jack your crypto if it's a dirty script. Okay. So,
yeah, I've heard of that happening.
I don't mean just in Gala or in Townstar. I mean your whole MetaMask. They can jack you. So be careful. Use reputable sources if you're going to be using scripts.
All right. Well, that is Townstar, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you coming on and showing me how to play the game. And again, if you guys are interested in playing, you could sign up for Gala. I'm going to leave the description below. I'll put my referral link on there. If you guys want to use that, go ahead and use that link. It will help me out. And then if you want to play the game, just click on the games tab, and you don't need to download anything. You just hit play, and it's a browser game. So don't worry about not being able to play on a Mac or a PC, etc. A lot of these games too, they're going to be on mobile eventually. Can you play this on mobile right now since it's a browser game?
I think you can. I'm not sure. No, I haven't ever done it, but I think you can. One of the other things I just want to mention real quick is if you do want to go and buy some of the NFTs for the game, they can be somewhat expensive, but right now, the whole market's down. So this is the time where I know, Josh, you dollar cost average into Gala itself, but this would also be a time where you would maybe want to pick up some of those NFTs because right now, Town Coin is trading at 3 cents a coin. Now, remember that's 3 cents every time you do your daily. That price has gone up and down. It's at its peak. I think when the market was at its peak, Town Coin was trading at $2.11. So that was every day you completed your daily, you were getting $2.11. So what I'm saying is if you do go buy one of those NFTs, remember to keep your Gala power, the amount of NFTs you have. So if you're going to buy one, just make sure you have Gala power level 2, and you can place that, and that's going to give you much more town coins every time you complete your daily. So like it will tell you on the actual NFT itself too. This produces whatever it is, 23 town coin per daily turn in. So if you want to buy one of those, find out what the price is going for. Do the math on how much they're asking for in ETH or whatever it is, and then I would take it and map it out, divide by 365, and when you're going to reach ROI on your purchase for your NFT.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. Again, go to app.gala.games if you want to play. Again, Mike knows a lot about this game right now. So if you guys have
Yeah,
any
hit us up.
questions,
Hit us on
uh,
Twitter or Telegram or Discord.
yeah, so he'll answer your questions, and always join the Gala Games Discord. They have a whole Town Star channel in there with announcements, and there's a bunch of people in there that you can also ask questions to. A lot of other YouTubers that talk about the game. So yeah, make sure that you guys, if you want to play, check out Gala Games, and then all the details will be in the description below.
Pow, pow.
Thanks for coming on.
Peace. Thanks for having me. Later, guys.